Here is the prototype of our application. This is the first screen someone would see when they are not logged in. They can choose a sign in option below or enter their details and simply press login. That brings them to this course calendar page. If they were previously logged in, then this is the first page they would see when they open the app. This is good to have as the first screen for students who will use this app to check which classes they have and at what times, which may be a common use case after the school semester starts. The sooner they see this information, the better. As you can see, there are 3 tabs for switching between pages. A user can tap on each tab to change pages, or they can simply drag the screen left or right, just like this. The selected tab is indicated by a darker black text than the unselected tabs, as well as a line underneath. Returning to the first Schedules page, this shows the most recent calendar that a user has selected out of the ones they have created. A user can work on multiple calendars for the same semester and compare between them to see which is most suitable, and a user can add potential calendars for other semesters as well. These calendars can be selected in this drop-down menu, which shows the titles of every calendar a user has made. A new calendar can be created by using this button, marked with a plus, which is an explicit affordance showing that this button adds in new information, in this case, a new calendar. Let's drag the screen to switch to the Your Program page. At first, this page would appear empty as it needs a program to be chosen for information to be shown. However, this user has already chosen their program, and this is saved on their account, so their information is immediately shown. They used this drop-down menu to choose a program, which lets them scroll through an alphabetical list of all programs, or simply tap on Search at the top to type in a program name. The app saves a list of all the courses that a user has completed and displays them. The user inputs these completed courses themselves by using this button. Based on this list of completed courses and the chosen program, the app automatically tells very clearly how many credits have been completed and how many are needed. These 2 numbers are important, so they are shown larger and in a brighter color than the other text. The program requirements are shown below. This is a lot of information and would be too messy to show all at once, so the information is separated into separate tabs grouped by the type of requirement. In this case, Year 1, Year 2, Year 3, General Education, and Electives. On the right, check marks indicate which of these requirements have been fulfilled. There is a convenient hidden affordance here. The user can move their finger over these check marks or over the text to make the matching courses in the completed courses list become highlighted. Let's change the tab. Clicking on Gen Ed shows the user's general education requirement, and we can see that one of the requirements is partially fulfilled. If the user wants to check all available course options to fulfill one of these requirements, the user can click on the View Options button to automatically apply a search filter. We will come back to this in a bit. The user can drag this page down to view some more information. This confirms for them what requirements would be satisfied based on one of the calendars the user has made, which the user can select from this drop-down menu of their calendars. This shows which selected courses match which requirements. This information is important for users to feel reassured that they are choosing the correct courses and not making any mistakes. One of our personas, Amanda Lowe, has a tendency to overthink and would appreciate this clear confirmation. Now let's see how courses can be added. We will switch to the Browse Courses tab. Here, there is a search bar which can be clicked in order to search for course names to show a smaller list. Additionally, the right side of this bar has a filter icon, which can be clicked to select filters such as year number, terms that a course is offered in, programs and department, day of the week, and more importantly, required credits, which would remove all courses from this list that don't contribute to the user's program credit requirements. Both of our personas have issues sifting through long lists of courses when trying to find courses relevant for their program, and this search filter would serve their needs. Each course shown in this list has important information shown immediately. This includes the amount of credits, the campus, and the term. Additionally, according to our personas, which reflect the difficulties we found people having in our observations of the students we interviewed, the difficulty in choosing courses often comes down to not knowing how fun and difficult they are and how high their workload is. So we decided to make this information, based on votes by students who have taken these classes, to be easily visible in this list. We can see the rating for complexity, for workload, and for fun. This is the information that our interviews with students showed us was important to include. We can see that the third course listed here is a social sciences course, which counts towards this student's general education credits for their computer science program. That is why the tag required credits is shown for this listing. This tag is very important to distinguish, so we decided to use a separate color for only this tag, making it green instead of blue so that it stands out and can easily be spotted. Adding a course to a calendar is done by using this explicit affordance button at the top right of each course listing. Let's see what happens when our persona Sudha Patel, who wants to control his workload to avoid stress, applies a few filters using the filter button. The user has now applied the filters second year, workload 3.0 or lower, humanities, and required credits. Each filter has an X to the right to show that tapping it would remove the filter. As you can see, all the listed courses now have the required credits tag and can be used to fulfill the user's humanities Gen Ed requirement, and they are indeed second-year courses with workloads under 3.0. This way, the burden that our personas face will be gone, and they will have a much easier time finding the exact courses they need. We will see what happens when we click on one of these course listings in a moment, but let's first move back to the My Programs page to view this user's program requirements. This user wants to view their Gen Ed requirements, so they click on the Gen Ed tab. They then see that their natural science requirements are partially fulfilled, and the matching course they took becomes highlighted. Now let's say this user wants to find another natural science course to complete this requirement, so they tap this View Options button. And the page changes back to Browse Courses on its own, and we can see that the natural science filter and required credits filter are automatically applied. All natural science courses other than the one the user has already completed are listed here. Very convenient. Let's say that our user notices that the first course seems like a good fit, as they want a very fun NATS course with a low workload. To get more detailed information, they click on this listing. On this new page, the interactions are this back button to return to the course listings, this Add Course button, and these tabs, which changes the type of information shown. Overview, Format, Student Feedback, and Lecturer Bios. The first page has the most important information for our personas, such as the description, the ratings, and the time and place the course is offered. Under the numbers, we can see the total number of ratings in a lighter color. This does not need to stand out, but it is still important for students to know how reliable these numbers are. Beside the time information, we see, based on this course list, a list of all conflicts for all calendars that the user has made. This is very convenient to immediately see so that the user knows whether to spend more time on this listing. Right now, none of the user's calendars have any conflicts with this course. We will now tap on the button to add this course. A confirmation pop-up shows up, and the screen behind it gets dimmed to make the pop-up easy to notice. We can choose the calendar and then tap on Accept to add the course. For 1.5 seconds, a successfully added text stays on the screen so the user can see that they did not misclick and can ensure it went through. As we can see, the button that said Add to Calendar now says Remove from Calendar because the course is already in the currently selected calendar. Now we will go back to the Schedules page and see that this new course is indeed on the calendar. That shows us a typical use case of how a course can be searched for based on a user's program details with an automatic filter applied and then added to their calendar.